Friends, today I am not in my office, and I am not even in Delhi NCR. It's a special day in my family, so I had to travel for a short time. But in the last 24 hours, so many major developments have taken place that it is extremely important to talk about them. Because the definition of war has changed once again, new facts have come out, and Iran has played a very big strategic move. At the same time, America's frustration is growing day by day. The same country that once talked about bringing democracy and revolution to Iran is now bombing it heavily, even targeting a crowded city like Tehran. Iran's major countermove, but something very significant has happened. Iran has managed to damage America's key radar installations. According to reports, the United States has 8 advanced radar systems worldwide, and 4 of them in the Middle East have been destroyed. This raises a very important question. How did Iran get such accurate intelligence information? Iran doesn't have a global spy network like Israel's Mossad. So how did it know exactly where American radar systems were located? How did it strike such precise targets? This question has become one of the biggest discussions in the last few hours. Iran's strategic proposal. At the same time, the Iranian president released a video message. In that message, he made an interesting proposal to the Gulf countries. He said, if Gulf countries do not allow America to use their territory to attack Iran, then Iran will stop attacking Gulf countries. In simple words, Iran is trying to create a division within the American alliance. Iran is basically telling the Gulf nations, if you stay neutral and don't let the US use your bases, then you will be safe from Iranian attacks. This is actually a very clever geopolitical strategy. Iran's strategy. Victory denial. Iran knows something very clearly. It cannot defeat the United States or Israel in a traditional military sense. But Iran's strategy is something called victory denial. This means Iran might not win the war, but it will make sure that America cannot win easily either. That's why Iran has deliberately reduced the rate of missile launches, according to its own statements. Their goal is to prolong the war and exhaust American resources. Escalation of attacks. Meanwhile, the conflict is intensifying rapidly. In the last 24 hours, more than 80 Israeli fighter jets dropped around 230 bombs across Tehran and central Iran. The main target is Iran's ballistic missile launchers, especially those hidden inside mountains and underground facilities. That's why B-2 stealth bombers and bunker-busting bombs are being used. According to U.S. officials, more than 200 Iranian targets have been hit in the last 72 hours. But the human cost is also rising. Reports suggest that over 1,300 Iranians have been killed. Russia's role now. The most interesting part of this conflict is the global involvement. Russia appears to be benefiting the most from this situation. Without firing a single shot, Russia is smiling strategically. There are growing reports that Russia may be sharing intelligence with Iran. Russia has the capability to track American military assets across the world. If Russia provides this information to Iran, it would explain how Iran managed to accurately destroy radar systems and command centers. There is also another benefit for Russia. If the Strait of Hormuz is blocked, global oil prices will rise. And that means Russia can sell more oil to the world at higher prices. China's silent strategy. China is also playing its own strategic game. China follows an old philosophy: hide your strength, bide your time. Instead of openly joining the war, China is quietly influencing the situation. For example, rebuilding advanced radar systems requires rare metals like gallium. And China controls a huge portion of the global gallium supply. If China restricts these materials, rebuilding destroyed systems becomes extremely difficult. China also buys around 80% of Iran's oil, so it has strong economic interests in keeping Iran stable. Ukraine's unexpected role. Another surprising development is Ukraine's involvement. Ukraine has gained massive experience fighting Russian drones in its war. Now reports suggest that Ukrainian experts may be helping the United States understand how to counter Iranian drone warfare more effectively. So even though this conflict is happening in the Middle East, its effects are spreading globally. Global impact. This war is no longer just a regional conflict. Its effects are being felt everywhere. Taiwan's air defenses are being affected. South Korea's interceptors are being redirected. Global oil supply is at risk and international alliances are shifting rapidly. The United States is now deploying more aircraft carriers and thousands of troops to the region. Some reports even suggest the possibility of a ground invasion. But this is extremely risky. Because when soldiers start dying, public opinion in America can change very quickly. Final analysis right now. This war shows no clear signs of ending soon. America's determination to defeat Iran is increasing. But at the same time, Iran's strategy of creating divisions and exhausting American resources is also working. If the Gulf countries distance themselves from the conflict, the entire balance of this war could change. And that could open a completely new phase in this conflict. The coming days will be crucial for the entire world.